Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is PrimaH.33026 with student ID 2310703026. So here's in this video, I want to share my understanding about uh, about the material uh, for social linguistics. So first, I want to learn about the language uh, interaction. It is mean when the two different language that meet up in in a one situation. So it's like a it is very common in a multilingual community or society. So it is like there is from the speaker. It is when there are two different speaker that using two different kind of variety language need to communication. There sometimes needs to match it the language to communicate. Maybe it can be from the tone, from the accent, from the word itself. So it's called the language change, and it needs it called the code switching or code mixing phenomenon. The factor could be from business, colonialism, or academic, or globalization. I think it is more like, and then the need for it itself for communicate. Yeah, of course, communicate to understand each other when and then for identity and for the social status, social hierarchy, or the to show the social class, yeah, like that. And then it is the phenomenon, the language switching or language change or code switching. It is always the speaker always doesn't realize it because it happens in a slow pace, so they cannot so the speaker cannot realization that they are speaking or yeah, in a different variety every day. It shows that in this generation it is very different. They speak in different variety with the old generation. So it's more like yeah, like the factor is from what I said before, from the globalization. It in this generation we have on social media, right? It's really it's media that could broad an information that very quick. So and from every side of the world, every language from the other country, or the way of a special community itself could be in social media, right? So I think in this generation, the language or the phenomenon of the language change, language interaction, caught switching or caught mixing, it truly happens, and we could see it with our we could see itself in social media. And but that's not wrong though. That's not the things that uh, that could be bad, but it is a natural language. How the language works. It's the it shows that language it is shows that we maintains the language variety or the language itself, and it's make the language needs to develop, because it is really related to human, and a human is a dynamic being, dynamic creature, something like that. So, and then there are several phenomenon and that I want to explain. That the first is a lingua franca. So lingua franca, it is give you the example that like an English become an international language that people around the world have with a different mother tongue language, or the mother language, need to speak, need to communicate in special situation. The English become the way, or become the link to communicate, to have to give an the understand to understand each other. So it is what lingua franca is. The English itself being the way to communicate for the two different people with different variety language, or the different language itself. And then the pidgin, pidgin, I think, the pidgin, it is I think it is happened in the World War II, or in that pace. It is happened because of colonialism and business. Not like this generation we have in English become international language, right? But back then, people may be using a simple terms word and not really complicated rules from linguistic system to communicate. As long as they understand each other, as long as they can communicate, and transaction was happen, or colonialism was happen, it is fine to them. It's the point is the language not become just to be systematic, but as long as they can communicate, they can understand each other language they use, it is okay, it is fine. It's really like human tools to understand. Okay, and then after the pidgin, sorry, I forgot, I need to so the pidgin itself is developed to be a Creole phenomenon. It is same, it's pretty much same as the pidgin, but it's developed and more have clearly structured and more systematic, a bit of complexity. It is like the after the it is, I think it is the developed because the young generation of that era, they need to speak more and more fit into their daily activity or daily communication. It's not just for colonialism or the transaction. It is more fit into us, yeah, daily communication. And then there are also a phenomenon called the mixed language. It is when we adapt it to form or to system from two different kind of language that are different. So we mix maybe the accent from this language and the word from the other language. Yeah, I think it is like the word Englishes, like we have an Indonesian English or Chinese Englishes, Japanese Englishes. It is like we have we Indonesian. In for the example, in Indonesian, in there's some of the young generation that call themselves Jaksel people. So they use the borrowing. I mean the phenomenon borrowing. They using some English word, mix it up with Indonesian word, and then it's they use it, the mixed language. I mean the phenomenon of mixed language. It is happened because the young generation, some of the young generation in Jakarta itself, in especially in Jaksel or Jakarta Selatan, it is to show they trying to fit in the society, because it made them look modest, cooler, more cooler, and more smarter. I think it is for the society class itself and identity, I think. And yeah, it is not everyone, not all of the people can accept that, but it is needs the time to prepare. And I think uh, in this year, in 2026, there's a lot of people mixing English and Indonesian language. And yeah, it is started from the young generation, and with the social media itself, it helped spread more in Indonesian. And then yeah, I think it's all from my understanding. And maybe one note that's like I said before, the language, all of the phenomenon in social linguistic, the language switching, change, or everything, it is not bad things that happen, or yeah, it is more like it shows us that language being an adaptive, and it's natural. It is how it's shown us that how language works naturally, and it could be that shown it is shown us that we maintain language, we still using it for the some of some of specific variety, I think. So yeah, that's all. Thank you. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.